Hello everyone, welcome back to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. And here we talk about everything Meghan Markle, British royals. It's interesting, it's bizarre, it's left field, it's Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune and beyond. So if you haven't been here before, well, this channel is for entertainment purposes. Everything I talk about is really my own opinion and my own what's happening in terms of Meghan Markle leaving the royal family and coming on over to the United States where I'm based. I am a woman that's in the United States. I share my browser. My algorithms are showing differently than yours, most likely. So it's always nice to see what other people are seeing and if I'm seeing what you're seeing and so forth. Comments below, and I will subscribe and share with me and grow this platform, then I think I owe them that. It shows me that you're subscribed. The full disclaimer to this channel and this video is below. Always speak a little bit about what we're reading now. My algorithms are showing, and you can see, Pink Villa, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to delay launch of Archewell nonprofit. For this reason, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have delayed the launch of the Archewell. And that's Marie Claire, another one of those kitschy online magazines that just kind of have latched on to the whole Meghan Markle tale. It's just like Meghan's now spending time trying to make sure her diction is correct, make sure she eliminates some very seedy things in the past. You know, those half-naked photos of her sunbathing in Italy or Greece. I think it was Greece. And she's definitely looking to get rid of that type of stuff. And she's going to spend this time, 4 or 5 years, or maybe longer. Maybe she's not even going to do the next one. Think about it. She's 40. Basically, she's a few years from 40, according to what she's reporting. If most of us believe, and we do, I know I do, that she's older than just 38, she's more like 42, I think that you are seeing her say, you know, this is my chance to run for presidency. Now, I think she's also spending this time and kind of learning more about hardcore politics and how to maneuver and kind of mold herself. And she's clearly doing this and taking this time with the help of other people. For instance, we remember Oprah Winfrey really lobbying and really rallying, if you will, I think that's a better word, for Obama and Barack and Michelle Obama back in the day. And she really pushed hard, and she did a little bit of pushing for Hillary, but she didn't show up for Hillary like she showed up for Barack and Michelle Obama. And so I think now with Meghan kind of pretending that she's not trying to set up these buoys, these allies within the political realm that she thinks that will have her, in other words, people that are welcoming to her and who can teach her a thing or two. And clearly Meghan's a fast learner. You know, under the first 6 months, she really changed her whole persona in the way that she wore the clothes and the outfits that look like what a duchess or a princess would kind of look like. But she still didn't pull it off because so many people are really disgusted by her. Her integrity is missing. It lacks. It's subpar. And so overall, she's subpar. So what we're seeing now is, I believe Meghan is taking the time right now to kind of learn the tricks of the trade. And maybe she's getting coached by Hillary, and maybe she's not. Maybe Hillary is arrested in jail and she's in Guantanamo and she is on house arrest, and her people are kind of now helping Meghan, so Meghan may be borrowing her people. Or maybe it's Oprah who's hired the best of the best and Meghan's going to pay her back when she gets into office, and such on and so forth. I can go on and on and on with these scenarios. You and I both know it's our job as the public, especially if you're located in the United States, to begin to think seriously about Meghan being the next president after President Trump. Not this time, because I believe President Trump will win this election of 2021. Well, 2020 now, but he'll have the 4 years starting 2021. And I believe he will win. And so I believe it's after him. and she's going to use the race card. It's going to be, she's going to align herself up with organizations like Black Lives Matter, especially if we, the people, allow Black Lives Matter to us. A lot of people it doesn't matter to, because we believe all lives matter. And of course, any certain people who feel that as a group that they're discriminated against, well, then that's why they want to rise up and say, hey, don't discriminate against us. So it's not wrong, but it's Marie Claire, because I don't know, I want to. All right. So Marie Claire, not reputable. It's been around a long time. To me, it's fluffy, and everybody's getting political, and every face you see now is going to be a brown face, and any other opposing face will be a white face, or somebody else that wants to have it look like everybody is against, or for others, everybody is trying to help the victimized. I am not a victim. I'm biracial. I never feel like I'm a victim, and I certainly don't feel like I'm a victim amongst other victims, because then we start to walk on very dangerous ground. We can all feed off of that negative energy with each other. Things don't always go as planned, and it doesn't make you a victim. It just means you have to work at getting up and rising up. Now, what we're seeing is Prince Harry is taking a back seat. You haven't heard much from Prince Harry. He probably really could care less. Meghan Markle's probably full front center on her own. She's the one that needs to get up on her political stance. She has to be well schooled. Prince Harry has been well schooled and protected, and provided all the answers to questions he didn't know since he was a little baby. A young boy, if you will. So Meghan Markle is the one that has to actually do the matrix and speed learn, download how to do a political lifestyle. Even though she went to school, she doesn't have any real background except for when she married Prince Harry. So the time that she's married to Prince Harry and dating him, that 2 seconds she dated him, this is all about her training to get into the political realm, which she couldn't do it in the UK, so she thinks she can do it here. And there's some pretty smart and powerful people that said, you know what, you can make this happen in the United States. So Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I feel like he's not really involved. He's just going to be like a face. Have delayed the launch of their nonprofit. Well, first of all, let's be honest, their nonprofit was rejected because it is too broad. So again, when you're doing nonprofit, and we know this about Meghan as well, this is her MO, right? Her modus operandus is that she wants to make sure she has 8 hands, like Shiva, the destroyer. She wants to make sure her hands are everywhere and in everything. And that's not how you can really run a successful business. However, you can have multiple things that you do and multiple sources of income. But again, when you're trying to make an organization that's a nonprofit, people want to make sure that when they give you money, they kind of can tell or know where that money is going and what your bottom line, what your mission is, and it better be simple. Because if it gets complex in the mission statement, then that's something that raises eyebrows. And so for some reason, the office, who gives these nonprofit certificates, or the 503c or 501c, they said, hell no, you are not going to do this, because it's you want to do everything. It's not specific enough. And so that's been denied. So for those of us who feel that Meghan is kind of treacherous, we see that this is not going to happen as well. However, the Sussexes are reportedly focusing on Black Lives Matter and the impact of the coronavirus. Now, give me a break with the corona pandemic. Just stop it. The elderly are the most susceptible, and the young are most susceptible. And those of us who have any type of physical ailments that may be in line with like a respiratory issues, a respiratory problem. So that's a big thing. But there's also so many things going around out there that speak about other unscrupulous, devious, demonic things that are happening in our society, meaning that coronavirus was created. Bill Gates maybe created it or paid for somebody to create it. Allegedly, there's so many of them, and I will put the links below. But there's so many narratives or supposed narratives or alleged narratives, and we all just have to try to keep our head clear and realize there's deeper, more sinister and hateful things that are catalyst for people who have evilness in their heart to try to get up and get bigger and get control of other people. And Meghan is now the next pick. She's a woman. She married a prince. She married a prince of the UK, which is one of the most richest and most well-known royal families in the world. But they are also very hated, and they do or have been known to do things that people will not like and cringe at. And we think of Prince Andrew. And so Meghan Markle is not much different. And if you think of some of the stories that ties Meghan Markle to Prince Harry, up to Prince Andrew, yacht girl, Jeffrey Epstein and other things, you can see that it's a bumpy, weird, dark road that we can go on. And I feel in my heart that it could be something that lands Meghan directly in the path of some of the most powerful people who can buy and sell people with the blink of an eye. And so I will not, for one, be interested in her Archewell, no matter how unbroad or broad it is, and nor will I be interested in voting for her. However, somebody better realize that she'll need an opponent. Powerful. Now, we don't see Meghan as powerful, but we see her as deceitful. We see her as someone who will use anyone and climb on the back of anyone to get up and forget them afterwards. She is aligning herself with some powerful and very dark people. So hopefully President Trump can take care of those things before that time. But I can tell you that Archewell is tanking, and it's tanking because she wants it to be just about everything. She wants to have support groups. She wants to have educational materials, newspapers. She, I guess, has a thought that she's going to have a newspaper out of Archewell. So here you have this nonprofit, but then you're thinking you want an offspring to a newspaper. You want to have educational materials. You want to have volunteerings, and you want to have a well-being. You want to have websites. You want to have sell materials, print t-shirts. It's crazy. And I'm surprised. What I find most interesting as I end this video is that Archewell was just a giant, it's just a giant grab. And we all have to band together as consumers and people, we the people, and make sure that we project Meghan to stay out of politics by not supporting her. And any chance we get, we have to have conversations with people and be prepared to show people valid reasons why she is not the one for presidency. And like I said, I vote for any day of the week for Candace Owens to step up and be her running mate, and I believe Meghan will not win. However, Meghan is wrong right from the jump street to try to have Archewell be something that's a nonprofit, but then something that she gets to run a newspaper off of. So now she wants to dictate to the world what we see or what we envision the future to be. Through Archewell, she wants to have educational materials. She wants to have volunteering services. She wants to have a well-being website. You are not Martha Stewart. You are not original, and you are not full of integrity. And so I'm not surprised Archewell, the nonprofit, is tanking. So she's going to put that on the back burner because somebody has stepped up and potentially said to her, I think that's what it is. Someone might have said to her, hey, I'll support you, and if you want to go into politics, I have the money, the time, and the networking to do the work with you and help you rapidly rise. And she can only rapidly rise if we the people allow her to. We can't forget her yacht girl days. We can't forget the whole story about her and Prince Andrew potentially actually knowing each other, or that she might have even bumped in perhaps to Jeffrey Epstein. It's interesting that Meghan never speaks about the casting couch in Hollywood and how she doesn't have any interaction with Weinstein. Now, I think it's because she never really got close enough to Weinstein. She was never a big enough or solid enough actress to get in his vicinity. But it's very interesting how you don't hear Meghan say those things. So it's kind of like I feel more that Meghan just doesn't mind whatever floated her way, she was cool with. There's a lot of rumors out there, folks, and it's up to us to sift through them and decide what we believe and what we don't believe. And we also need to look at the proof. And when you're wealthy, you can really bury proof. And we are just the everyday people. And so it's our job to voice our opinion. And the next generation is going to be the generation that they're going to try to have vote for her and hopefully get Archewell going, and then get these teen kids or preteen or college kids to work and volunteer for Archewell and on campuses. And you wonder where Archewell is going. Well, guess what, people? We are not having it. We want integrity. We want just people, and we want people who are going to represent us in truth, not in fiction. I will see you in the next video. Please remember to subscribe, comment, like, share. It helps in the algorithms. And if you subscribe, I will answer your comments. Take care. Bye.